a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals.
Alright, pause that.
Oh, get him.
And it's a pretty good return here. So
I think we're going to go...
The Cardinals take
Yeah, I
over
think we're going to go...
at their own 29-yard line.
I got mine. That's not working. I think I got mine. Don't even say dirt.
I don't know.
That's not that. That's like barely even touching.
We're passing. Oh, we're on it. That's a sack. That is a sack.
A loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage.
I'm going to go with top.
Well, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down.
Shotgun formation.
I'm like not the oldest thing.
You got a receiver.
From the gun.
Oh, we're on that. Yeah.
And it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake, and it'll bring up third down.
I'm trying to get to
top level team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. So
oh, we weren't on him. He was wide open. That's a first down.
You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 28, 30, they could be in some
looking for a kick.
Because then you turn into a shootout.
Jackson by Johnny Cash.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Oh, he's right there. He's wide open.
Throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down.
Oh, offense.
This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Murray to give. This is Drake. And the stop here will
come
at the 38-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Kenyon Drake in Week 16 last year against these Seahawks had a career day, 166 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns as well, as the Cardinals won in Seattle.
No, Louisiana Saturday night.
And he gets it down to the 32.
We're blitzing. I don't know if this is a good idea or not.
Louisiana Saturday night. Louisiana Saturday night.
Shotgun now for Murray.
Yeah, obviously wasn't. That could be a score, and we're going to take him down right there.
Back-to-back receptions for him. It's another first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, and they're getting him involved early. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
I'm going to say is wow.
Set now to kick this one away.
Wow.
It goes.
Oh, can we take it all the way?
Return man showing it here.
What up, Drew?
What is this?
Now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, 6-time Pro Bowler.
Are you ready, Joe?
As he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
And coming up of an early season open week.
No, yeah, you're definitely not ready.
What he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
I mean, my name is
after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He'll have a first down inside. inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line.
Why do we keep getting injured?
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Again, Wilson. Push to his right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled. And wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football.
Holy crap, did we get that?
Recovered by the kicking team.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up
draw play. This is Carson. He won't go down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
This will be caught at about the 5. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and
they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll bite, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
Cardinals 7. Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7.
Cardinals 7.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Ball going back to the Arizona Cardinals, who got back into the win column in Week 5 after a 2-0 start. They had losses to Detroit and Carolina, but their visit to the Jets may be the definition of a get-right game. They win 30-10 to move to 3-2 on the year. And the Cards. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. He lets it fly for Lockett. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
Wilson's pass.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them, not just a...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his second touchdown on the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
At their own 29-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On second and a couple, Murray rolling to his right.
No, he slid.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
2nd and 6.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
This is not
That was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 36.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Devontre Moore with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive.
Can we do the tight end?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's a gain.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I'll take my
Good reason
easy
quarterbacks
three.
want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide
Easy money.
receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on
We got some
coverage,
easy money here.
he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
That's good.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them. Injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina.
Now Drake loses the football. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16.
26.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we reach halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Cardinals 10.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
10. At their own 34-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Wilson's
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Devon Kennard showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. He's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. But terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
The 1-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go.
We are balling out in the Seahawks.
And they put it in
right
for
now.
6.
We are annihilating the Cardinals.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good. For a Cardinals.
Kenyon Drake last year versus Cleveland, absolutely unstoppable. Ran for 137 yards. Remember, 4 touchdowns in the Cards' 38-24 win in Week 15. Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down at the
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running from the shotgun with Drake.
How are they running it so much they're failing?
He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with Drake. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
42-yard line.
Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former 2nd-round pick out of Alabama. And that's why he was drafted, but he's really... showing an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
But we'll see.
Steps away. He may try and run for this. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I do not.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run. It's Drake. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Benson Mayowa able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long Sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Running, it's Drake. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Right back to Drake. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. He's still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And his throw here is incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jacob Hollister, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Return.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Flushed out right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. This one caught by Isabella. That catch good for only a couple. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
13.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Showtime today,
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work.
13.
One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expects.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second.
Game, boys.
Second and 18.
That's a new game. What a game played by me. We absolutely
them to victory.
demolished.
The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, They remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hold on, one of those. He had 4 passing touchdowns. No interceptions. Only Kyle Murray. Receiving. Yeah, 2 touchdowns. Defense. Let's see who had. He forced it, Jamal Adams. He didn't have a punt return, kick return. He didn't do it. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up this. And we'll see you guys next time. Yeah. See ya. Peace. Like if you want more Madden 21.